Alright. That's right. Good morning, Rim Country. It is time for the Hometown Movie Guys. It is Friday, and we are going to talk movies, because what better things to talk about than movies on a Friday?
I love the movies.
Andy loves the movies. Craig, you love the movies.
Of course.
Craig loves the movies. I love movies. I don't watch enough movies, though. I need to watch more movies.
Life is short.
I know, life is short. Watch a movie. There you go. Your next t-shirt, life is short. Go to the movies. Go to the movies.
Lots of good stuff coming up, too.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
so, yeah, wow. Three movies?
Today just the one.
Just the one,
Today,
okay.
It's three
It's a
next
big
week.
one, though.
Yeah.
Big one.
Next week. But it is a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Here it
This
is.
is the big one of the season, yeah. Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2. Andy, you have to be going to see this today.
You bet your boots.
I mean, you have your Cosmic Kitty pizza sweatshirt on.
That's right.
If you're watching on our Facebook Live, Andy is showing it off. His Cosmic Kitty pizza sweatshirt. That's a classic.
I love
It's
it.
hard to beat it.
Yep.
It is. So, Dune 2, what can you tell us about this movie?
Okay, it's a big one.
Okay.
This is the book Dune is so big, so complex. There's so many moving parts in it that they had a 2.5-hour movie here, a year and a half ago, and they only got halfway through the book. So
Oh,
now
wow,
we're getting the second half of the book. Enormous amount of money, $190 million spent to make it.
You know what, though? That surprises me, because we've seen these movies that are 200 plus.
Well,
So for 190,
I think they're kind of trimming back a little bit.
Ah.
You're
How
right.
crazy is that?
Yeah.
190 million doesn't
and
seem
you're
like
like,
a lot. Yeah.
wow. So they skimped, huh? That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. Well, Argyle was 200 million, and
Yeah.
boy, are they going to be sad cowboys.
Yeah.
They're going to lose a ton of
That
money.
Argyle is no Dune 2, that's for sure.
Nope, no Dune 2.
Wow.
No, this film's a near perfect rating on Metacritic.
Wow.
This is already being hailed as possibly the greatest sci-fi film of all time.
Oh my goodness.
And that's quite a claim.
This is a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, you've got Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, Austin Butler. These are some of the biggest young names in Hollywood right now. They're all starring in this. This is going to be epic.
So I think it's good to point out, like you said, Andy, or I forget which one of you said, but half the book. So this is the second half. So it's not like it's a typical, oh, here's the first movie and here's the second movie, the sequel. It's not like that. It's a continuation.
Yeah, it's like it's all one big movie.
Kind of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, where, yeah. So wow. So it isn't a case where, oh, the second one can never be better than the first one. It's not that type of movie. It's the continuation.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
wow.
And just an enormous qualified cast here. Xavier Bardem, Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård. He plays Baron Harkonnen, so it's, he's used to having a funny name.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista is the Beast Raban.
Oh, yeah.
Florence Pugh as Princess Irian, and Christopher Walken in the role of the Emperor of the Known Universe, which is a nice title. I like that.
Wow. Yeah, so great cast, and this, what is it, sandworm? This is as big as a sandworm,
Sandworm,
would you say?
yeah.
Those sandworms are
But
crazy.
yeah, they're big, like 1,000 feet long.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just gigantic.
Yeah.
And they got lots of teeth, too.
Oh my, yeah, lots of teeth. So, yeah, this is exciting. I think, boy, this will be a great response.
The music and everything in these is just incredible. Just incredible. And the visuals, of course, we're on Dune, this desert planet, and just amazing.
Yeah, with the, what's this, the spice.
Spice. The spice must flow.
This is definitely a movie that needs to be seen on the big screen.
Oh, absolutely.
When we've talked about movies in the past that are made for the big screen.
Yeah. Who's that, your director, Patty somebody?
Yeah, what was, Patty did Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was, that these are, you can make a movie for streaming,
Yeah.
and that's fine, but if you're making a movie for the big screen, it's done completely different.
Mhm,
The
yeah.
cameras and everything, and then just the whole take on it is a different process, and that's what this is. This is for
A big screen movie.
the big screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
And of course, I haven't seen this yet, but it's gotten wonderful reviews. And there are things that a competent director, a top-ranked director will do, just tiny things that enhance the experience.
Mhm.
For instance, in Dune 1, there's a kind of a protracted, because it's a big, long movie.
Yeah.
But there's a protracted scene involving palm trees. So this, Arrakis is a desert planet with no water, and here they've got about a dozen palm trees.
Mhm.
And they're very expensive in terms of water to take
Mhm.
care of. And Paul Atreides is talking to the gardener and says, well, gee, my family's in charge now. Well, we could just cut them down and save all the water. And the gardener just goes, whoa, no, step back. These are sacred. These are holy trees. It's very important to the people that we have these trees. Okay. And then later in the movie, when the Harkonians attack, they're destroyed. They're burnt out.
Burnt down,
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not really in the book either. That's the director's a Canadian guy named Denis Villeneuve from Quebec. But he put that in there. It just, he made that up out of his own head, and it enhanced the movie. It made the movie better, but it was a little thing, didn't have to be in there. He put it in, and it made the movie better and more horrifying because of it. So good for him. Same
Right.
guy's directing this, by the
Yeah,
way.
this one, yeah. Dune 2 rated PG-13. And showtimes 12:30, 3:45, and 6:30?
6:30, yes, yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah.
long movie,
Yes,
too.
it's a long one, 2 hours and 45 minutes on this.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine though, just like the first one, because that was longer as well,
Yeah, oh yeah.
that, I mean, it just goes by. I know.
There's so
that
much
movie-
going on. There's
Yeah.
so much going on. It's
Mhm.
incredible.
No.
The same thing with
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Mhm.
And I came out of that movie after well over 2 hours, I remember exactly, and with no sense of time having passed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was so completely gripped by the movie
Mhm.
that I didn't know it was 2.5 hours or whatever it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, and that was the same for me with that movie, Oppenheimer. I mean, that.
I sure hope it gets Best Picture.
Yeah. The other one, and I know I've mentioned this before, but oh my gosh, I remember seeing it in the theater here, and The Revenant. That one just gripped me from the beginning to where, oh my gosh, you're just like kind of white knuckle in your seat almost, to where I think that was the most silent I've ever, heard a theater. It just was like nothing. And, and the movie was so dark, how it was shot, it was dark, and it was, quiet for the most part. There would just be quiet scenes and, the Indians, moving through, or, the soldiers kind of in the forest, and then all of a sudden, it was
Whammo.
like whammo, chaos, instant chaos.
Oh, that bear attack
The
was.
bear attack, the same thing.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like quiet, and then, whoa, instant chaos. And just,
Yeah.
and the fight scenes when the two are, trying to kill each other, and, oh my gosh, yeah. And when he's getting murdered, the one guy, and the son, watching, it's just crazy. That movie, cool.
Great movie.
So, yeah, so I think.
They still make great movies, by the way.
They do. And so, Dune 2 coming out today. A movie that you did see already. We were talking about a little before the program, Andy. Bob Marley, One Love.
One Love, Mon.
One Love, Mon.
Yeah.
So,
That was fun. My only objection to that was I wanted more music.
mhm.
There's an English character actor, maybe an accurate description of him, a guy named Kingsley Ben-Adir. And he looks nothing like Bob Marley. You know, he's if you think of a kind of a neatly tailored, uptight Englishman, that's what this guy is. And he was able to transition into Bob Marley. Was a flamboyant guy in every aspect of what that word means. And boy, did he do a great job. Bob Marley has a very distinctive, or had a very distinctive stage presence, and this guy captured that. He hops around all jerky, and he just did a wonderful job of portraying Bob Marley, and I think got the warmth and the heart of Bob Marley's personality, and that came through as well.
Wow.
So I was quite satisfied with it, but I did want more music.
And that would be the most important aspect, I think, if you're playing Bob Marley, to have that warmth and love come through, because that's what he was
One
all
love,
about.
one.
One love, yeah. And unity, love, Jah love, and it's, so that's good to hear. What,
And there was just a beautiful scene at the very end of the movie. Bob Marley's father was an old white guy, was 60, I think, when Bob Marley was born. Did not participate in Bob's life whatsoever. And there's a recurring theme where it has Bob Marley as a boy approaching a white man on horseback. And that's exemplifying his father. And at the end of the movie, when Bob Marley succumbs to cancer, there's a shot where he's comes up to a man on horseback, and the man on horseback reaches down, pulls him up, and puts him up on the horse behind him. And that's not his father. It's the Emperor Haile Selassie I.
Oh, which is kind of like that Rastafari's like Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
So very, very powerful religious image there if you're a Rastafarian.
Yeah. Well, and
I thought, and again, that's a sort of a thing that makes the movie wonderful, but doesn't necessarily have to be in there. If it hadn't been there, I wouldn't have missed it. But since it was there, I noticed it and thought, whoa, that is cool.
Interesting, and as we were talking about the documentary they have on Bob Marley, and watching that, one of his songs that he wrote, because the songs are so spiritual, very spiritual, and the one song, Cornerstone, was a song that he wrote about him being rejected by his father and his family, because he went to his father, early in his career when he started singing, or maybe just before, but for help or just to reach out, and he was just pushed away. So he wrote a song about it, and it's called Cornerstone, which biblical, very biblical, the cornerstone. The stone that the builder refused will always be the head cornerstone. The stone that the builder refused will always be the head cornerstone. So he was talking about, his dad rejecting him, but he was going to be the head cornerstone, and how prophetic that was, because the Marley name, you mentioned Marley, you don't think of Captain Marley, his dad, or the family, or any of that. All you think of is Bob Marley. So he became that cornerstone, and they really talked about just how, the rejection from his father, living in Trenchtown, this horribly poor ghetto, and violent in Jamaica, and just all the rejection, and just having to fight for everything. So it's something that in his life there's so much love. He was focused on loving other people and bringing people together. And it's good. So
his wife wasn't completely thrilled with him loving other people.
No, he loved quite a few women.
Yeah, he had, I think, 3 children by 3 different women born in the same year.
Oh, and I think total it was like 11 children with like 7 women.
Something like that.
And they interviewed her, and she said, that it was kind of normal, and concerts, when they were touring, he would call her, say, hey, there's these women, and can you help me get them out? And she would actually say, okay, girls, time to go, and get them out. So she looked at it as more of a business arrangement, where they were married, but they, were together as a band, a group.
Yeah, that's true.
And
she was in the band from the very beginning.
yeah, and then just a different mentality. They interviewed his lawyer, and his lawyer, this woman, said, Western men can only handle one woman. Bob could handle many. So, he's stronger than those Western men, because they looked at a Western ideology, just being married to one person and this and that, where they were, I don't know, open to that stuff. So, yeah, but
Different
anyway,
strokes for different folks.
there it is. Moving on, another movie, Madam Web. Madam Web,
The superhero thing.
superhero, yeah.
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, my daughter saw this and she said she loved it. She came home and was like, I love that movie.
A lot of people, it got terrible reviews. I mean, it really just got tore up by the critics, but the people who have seen it seem to like it.
Well, I remember you
And
saying...
as I like to say as often as I can,
Yeah.
except for me, what do those snooty critics know?
Yeah, except for Andy. You have to preface it with that. Except for Andy. What do those snooty critics know? Well, the audience, like you said, were pretty harsh on it as well. But the people that you've talked to, and I, my daughter was like, hey, really enjoyed it. And you even stated that this was one of those movies. Now you just go, get some popcorn,
Yeah,
relax,
don't-
enjoy it, don't analyze it,
Don't take it too serious.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, you can spend the rest of the week analyzing Dune.
Yes.
Because and it deserves to be analyzed.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly not all movies are like that. You just
No.
kick back and enjoy it and let the vision flow over you.
So
And have popcorn.
Madam Web, was that a pretty big budget movie?
80 million.
Oh, okay,
So, that's not bad.
No.
But, and it's a superhero movie,
Yeah.
so, they got special effects and stuff
Yeah.
they gotta pay for, so.
That's good they didn't go all Argyle on it.
Yeah, sometimes they just make an ill judgment, I guess, in the movie game. And I think
Wow.
Argyle was one.
I can't even know.
If they'd have done it for $40 million, they would be happy and the movie would
Yeah.
have been just as good.
I just can't comprehend a 200 million ill judgment. It's like, wow, that's a little bit of money, guys.
You probably don't get too many of those in Hollywood.
Oh.
Mess that one up.
Yeah.
Once.
And then you go, come on, you're pitching your, oh, come on, let me do another one. Oh, no, it's okay, guys. We got somebody.
Well, Madam Web did bad enough that it is affecting Sony's plans with future sequels.
Oh.
It just didn't get the public support.
Gotcha. Madam Web, 2 showtimes, 1 and 7, and that's rated PG-13. Moving on, how about Ordinary Angels?
Angels.
Yeah. Did you see that one, Andy?
Nope, haven't had a chance to see that one yet.
Okay.
Hilary Swank and Alan Richson. And Alan Richson is the flavor of the week.
Yeah.
Because of the success of his streaming movie or streaming series, Reacher.
Reacher, yeah.
And unlike the theatrical version of Reacher, as opposed to the streaming services version of Reacher, in the theatrical, we had Tom Cruise, who's about my size,
Playing Reacher, who in the book
He's
is
like
this.
6'5".
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and this guy, Alan Richson, is big.
Yes.
I don't know how big he is, but he is enormous.
Yeah.
And when he beats up 6 or 7 guys at the same time.
It's believable.
Yes, absolutely. You're just terrified.
Yes.
It's like watching a bear at work.
Yeah. Or when he, just pulls someone off of a motorcycle or, just smashes through a car door. It's like you can believe it. You don't believe Tom Cruise just, doing that.
No, I mean, I do like the Tom Cruise Reacher movies, but not because of Tom Cruise is a believable Reacher, just because they're entertaining movies.
Yeah, and he's a great actor, Tom Cruise, so
Yeah.
he, will...
And they do, they kind of film around him.
Yeah.
That's a good director can do that and make him not seem like he's the size he is.
Tiny, yeah. Like he's not like what is that, bite size or the snack size. Yeah.
But this is a really inspiring story. It's about Alan Richardson is a guy whose daughter needs an organ transplant, and organ transplants there are always more demand than there are organs, yeah. And see, that's another, we were talking off air about supply and demand. Well, the people that arrange organ transplants don't have an understanding of supply and demand. So anyway, it's a lot of, and because of that, a lot of people die every year in America, and across the world as well, I suppose. But his daughter needs a transplant. When it becomes available, it's in the middle of a blizzard.
Oh.
And this is their one chance.
Yeah.
It's got to happen. And so there you are. What
Wow.
do you do?
It's a good time for a segue here too. Tomorrow, Supply and Demand and Ordinary Angels, food drive tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. 2 non-perishable food items. You can come in and watch Ordinary Angels or The Lion King.
Oh, nice.
Both at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we're going to take that all over to St. Vincent's, which is really in need right now.
Gotcha.
There's a definite lack of supply in the Payson right now.
So Ordinary Angels and Lion King.
Or Lion King, yeah.
The Lion King, the OG.
Original, yeah, the original 1994. Yes.
Wow. So if you've never seen that on the big screen.
Yeah, for
Not enough times.
a couple packages of spaghetti, get you in.
Yeah, some Hakuna Matata.
You betcha.
Hakuna Matata. And so Ordinary Angels rated PG, Lion King rated PG.
Yeah, and Hilary Swank's got, I don't know, a couple anyway of Academy Awards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she's not some nobody, nothing.
No.
Even though this is a small, low budget movie.
What was the movie?
$1
Million Dollar Baby. Yeah, Clint Eastwood. Yeah. Yep. So Ordinary Angels playing at 12:30, 3:30, and 6:30, and also tomorrow special showing 10 a.m. Bring 2 non-perishable food items, and you can see Ordinary Angels or Lion King.
Yes.
And
help out the community.
Yes. Help out the food bank. Payson Food Bank. Awesome.
I have to take my hat off to the management of the Sawmill Theaters, because it seems like every week they're doing something to help somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And very, very public spirited of them.
Yep, Craig, thank you so much. You guys, you and your staff, and Gordon, Whiting, just a big part of the community, a big part of so many nonprofits. I mean, I think, wow, are there any nonprofits you can think of that you haven't worked with or done a fundraiser for? I really, like, when you look at the flyers, it's like all the different nonprofits, have the ability to do these fundraisers, and you are willing to do it. So it's great.
Yep, they're good folks over there.
So that's why you should go support the movie theater, go see the movies, get the popcorn and drinks, and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and boy, oh boy, if anybody out there listening, if they have any time this afternoon, come out at 12:30 and see this magnificent, gigantic, important movie.
Dune 2.
Yep.
Yep.
The other one too, tomorrow, if you don't want to watch those movies, you can just come by and drop off some food too.
Yeah, drop off some food.
Like
There you go.
we'll get that all over to the food bank there.
Food bank, nice.
And give Craig a hug.
Still 2 other movies playing. The Chosen, episodes 7 and 8.
7 and 8 just started yesterday, yeah.
Just started yesterday, rated TV PG, showtimes 12 and 6. And then also one final movie, Drive-Away Dolls. Drive-Away Dolls, rated R, showtimes 12, 2:35, 7:30. How was this movie been?
So. It's one of the Coen brothers.
Okay.
Not both of them, just one of them made it, but this is an R-rated film. Definitely an R-rated movie, and kind of a action-adventure comedy, I guess.
Yeah.
Action comedy.
Madcap comedy, I think is what they were shooting for.
And Matt Damon, I saw in here. Does he have a prominent role? Or
No.
No.
Pedro Pascal's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the critics, actually, it's one of those movies, the audience score kind of lower than the critics.
Ooh.
So one of those movies where the critics, you know, oh, hey, this is so weird, it's good. Yeah, the hidden meaning. I see the meaning behind this, where the average person's like, I'm confused.
Movies are, well, not always, but it's just a form of art. It's an art form.
Yep.
And then it's
Sometimes we don't understand the
No,
intent of the artist.
sometimes you go and look at a painting and just see just a mess, but other people would.
Yes.
Poor Things.
Mm.
It would be a good example of that. Just a weird, strange, crazy movie, but some people see a little bit more to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is so true, and that's where Poor Things. Wow, the critics 92% on Poor Things on Rotten Tomatoes. 92% for Poor Things. The audience not too far behind, 79. So I mean, right about 80 for audience. That's not.
No, that's nothing to sneeze at.
No.
This is one too. I think a lot of people probably passed on watching this movie. It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
They should have that as an Academy Award.
Bizarre.
Most bizarre film.
Most bizarre.
Most bizarre film of the year.
Well, you know what would be weird if Emma Stone got Best Actress. Remember a few years ago, what was that, Black Swan?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman.
There's another one that kind of
Yeah.
What am I watching right now?
Yeah, what is this all about?
Why am I here?
Well, and Black Swan, wow. What would you guess Black Swan for critics and audience?
I would, for critics, I'd say 95.
Okay, audience?
I don't know, 85.
Actually, that sounds about right.
Yeah. 84 for audience, so you're right there. 85 for the critics.
Oh,
So, I mean, similar score with both of them. And over 100,000 reviews by audience members.
wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah, and an 84, so that's solid
Yeah.
for that movie. Huh, Black Swan.
Black Swan made me cry because I just adore Natalie Portman and the entrepreneurs or the impresarios of the ballet were so mean to her. That was just, it made me sad.
And Mila Kunis in that one, she was the Black Swan. Natalie, the Swan Queen. Wow, Winona Ryder in that one as well. The Dying Swan. Oh well, hey, tomorrow.
Go to the movies.
There you go, tomorrow 10 a.m.
10 a.m., yes.
2 non-perishable food items. Bring those and you can see Lion King or Ordinary Angels.
Ordinary Angels, yep.
There you go. Well, guys, hey, thank you so much. It is that time to get back to the music here on KRIM, but again, make sure you head out to the movies, especially for that fundraiser for the St. Vincent de Paul Food Bank. Great cause, and you can go check out a movie, have some popcorn.
Yay!
Yay! Andy's all about the popcorn. Aren't we all, though? It is delicious.
Well, there's nothing like movie popcorn.
Oh yeah. That is so true. Hey, well, thank you guys. Thank you for coming in. And
Thanks for letting us in.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know, not every place does that.
Well, when you're wearing the Cosmic Kitty shirt,
They ought to let me in.
Well, some are a little, it makes them nervous, but not me. I don't fear the Cosmic Kitty shirt, not at all. So, there we go. Hey, well, thank you again. Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. You guys have a great day, have a great weekend, and enjoy the beautiful weather out there as well. Going to be another beautiful weekend, great weather, so get out and enjoy yourself. Thanks, guys.
Yep, thank you.